G'day, I'm Mike Hosking. We are looking forward so much to heading to London with News Talk ZB for the Olympic coverage. The thing I'm most excited about London 2012 is, of course, shopping, but that's another matter. The thing I'm most excited about in London 2012 is, as always, looking forward to how New Zealand represents us internationally. I've always thought the Olympics is a wonderful example, not only of a sporting event, but the ability of a country, and this is where things like Kiwi House come in, the ability of a country to sell themselves to the world, to box above their weight. We're a little country at the bottom of the world. The whole world focuses on something like the Olympics, and this is our opportunity to shine above and beyond some of the other smaller countries. So I'm looking forward to that. I never like to talk about who would take out gold, because it's like those athletes themselves, isn't it? Am I going to win a gold medal? Who knows? I hope they do. I mean, I'd like to think that in the rowing we've got to be good for gold. Valerie Adams must be the hottest shot for gold that you've ever seen. I mean, if she doesn't win gold, you'd have to think that something's gone wrong. So rowing's always good. We're always reasonable in sailing. We're good in the equestrian. That's the thing I like. I mean, the emergence of all of these interesting sports. It used to be middle distance running, and it's been yachting and it's equestrian. But Valerie and the rowers, maybe the kayakers as well. Yes, I do. I always like the Olympics. I always enjoy the Olympics. I've been to the Olympics. I went to the Sydney Olympics when they were held across the Tasman, did some broadcasting from there. And so being there is completely different from watching it. But the Olympics is unquestionably the greatest sporting show on earth. So if you like sport, you got to love the Olympics. The selection process is an interesting one. I thought the controversy over the cycling is interesting, and we get a certain number of slots, and you've got to fill those slots, and so that's a difficulty, isn't it? And there are in some sports, and I thought the cyclists made a very good point, with the emergence of sports like cycling, and you've only got, say, 2 slots. What are you going to do? Those are big issues for the future, but I mean, we've got a pretty good lineup of athletes, I would have thought.